I got to watch Superman today. That's why I got my Justice League hat on. I didn't realize I had like the little... Where's Superman? Somewhere. There it is, like in the middle. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, there it is. I haven't worn his hat. I've got a couple of DC hats as well. Do you like my DC display as well? You got Harley Quinn and Batman in the background. Then you've got Wonder Woman down there hiding. Then you got Cartoon glasses. You got Wonder Woman and Cheetah fighting there as well. So yeah, so anyway, I've been wanting to do this for a while, but recently for the whole week I've had a pretty bad week. I wasn't feeling that great. Just like very like nauseous. So yeah, but yeah, I'm starting to get that. I'm still a little bit not great, but you know. But anyway, besides that, and my anxiety has been so bad recently, like I said before, recently. So yeah, so I am on stuff for it. You know, usually there's a point where I can control my anxiety, but my anxiety has just been really, really heightened recently. I have no idea why that is, but it is what it is, I guess. So yeah, it's very hard when you have anxiety. It's trust me, it's very hard. Anyway, so yeah, so besides that, we are going to review Superman. Now, I saw this a while ago. I rewatched it last night because I'm a bit behind in editing. I've got so much to do still. I've got, like, you think I'm on track, but I'm not. I've got to do a Michael Jackson reaction, which is coming soon. Then I got to do Spider-Man's review. I don't know if I'll do spoiler review, but we'll see. Then I have to do, I just finished editing my Wizards of Waverly Place review, which will come up this week, hopefully. And then I have to edit another spoiler review for Wizards Beyond Waverly Place as well. So stay tuned for that. They are coming as well. So yeah, besides that, we're going to talk about Superman today, like I said before. So yeah, so I've been waiting to see this movie for a really long time. This was like a while ago. And at that time, I think during that time I was still sick for 2 months, so I didn't see this in theaters, but I heard so many good things, and you can imagine me just like, because there'll be spoilers of Superman, reactions, or I want to see this so bad, but I can't, you know, watch reactions, or, you know, look at reviews, because I want to experience the movie for myself before I see it personally, but, you know, it's just like, it's crazy, so yeah, so there's a lot of hype when this movie came out. Unfortunately, I didn't see it in advance, but I did finally see it on streaming, and I bought it, so I might as well watch it. I watched it with my mum the first time around, but second time I watched it by myself to do this review. So, what happened? I love this movie! I know! I can't believe it! I love this movie! Like I said in my reactions, I'm not a big Superman fan, I'm more of a Batman fan. Yeah, it's like I'm Batman. I have a lot of Superman stuff. To be honest with you, I don't have any Superman, but at least you can count like this, because this is kind of like Superman sort of, and I got Superman on my cap too, so I don't really have a lot of Superman stuff, to be honest with you, you know, as far as DC, because I'm more of a Batman, Wonder Woman person, so yeah, from the background as well. So yeah, but overall, I still enjoyed the movie. It was really, really good. Like, people were just raving about this movie. It's got great reviews on Rotten Tomatoes. Go and check it out. Because I showed my mum, and I said, oh, it's getting really good reviews, and my mum decided to watch it with me. So yeah. So when I first saw the movie, I was like, I have no idea who are out of the 3 core main characters, or maybe 4. I learned like Superman, Lex Luthor, Lois Lane. I don't know any other characters as well. So yeah, so I was trying to look up his characters, like Superman's actual characters. I did not know that they had like a Jimmy Olsen or Perry White. I thought Jimmy Olsen was the head of the newspaper division. I was a bit confused. Like, it's Jimmy Olsen, you know, someone who's part of the newspaper division as well. So I was like, okay, because Superman is a very American, you know, hero, is very American. But interesting enough, it didn't do well overseas in the US for some reason. I don't know why that is. But it did extremely well, worldwide. So I'm like, that's interesting. So yeah, so it did very well worldwide, not as much as USA, but that's fine. But yeah, but Superman has always been like an American hero, like that kind of thing, like when you think about like, you know, the colors and the Americana theme, like red and white, stars, like Wonder Woman sometimes she wears that leotard with the Wonder Woman stars on it, that kind of thing, that kind of Americana hero style. So I was kind of getting that here with Superman, and I think the reason why I'm not a big Superman fan is I never really related to the character. But saying that, oh, that was a crash. But saying that, I did like what they did with Superman. They kind of changed a couple of things, which I was, you know, which I was okay with. I'm not, like I said, I'm not a big Superman fan. I'm more of a Batman person, to be honest with you. So yeah, so you know, but I really like what they did with Superman, because the real question was, because I was watching videos about this, like, how are they going to bring Superman to today's time? Because Superman, I've got this big DC book of all the characters. I haven't finished yet. I think I'm up to, because Superman, before Batman, Superman, it's actually true, Superman was the first superhero to be created, but then they created Batman, and I think they created Wonder Woman then as well. So it was Superman first, Superman was created first, then Batman, then Wonder Woman. So I've got this big book that shows you all the history of how, you know, how they made the characters and developed the characters in the book. It's actually quite interesting, as well to read, because, you know, I was like, I never thought Superman was like the first character, because it's interesting enough, Superman's not a very popular character, okay? Or Batman is, because I think people draw to Batman a little bit more, because he has an interesting story about his parents, how they got murdered, obviously. You know, very interesting story there. Batman's a really popular character, and you see a lot of Batman movies as well, like the Michael Keaton one, the other Batman movies. So Batman's a really popular character for many reasons, but Superman not so much. I mean, Henry Cavill did play him at one point, but I was like, who cares about Superman? So when I heard about this movie, I'm like, do we really need a Superman movie? I do not think so, but here I am talking about it, and I think it's good. No, like I said, I'm not a huge Superman person, but I liked what they presented here. So, I like how they changed a couple of bits of Superman, because Superman came out in the 90s. I don't know what year, 1930s or something like that, and a lot has changed since then. You know, the world has, you know, evolved and developed in a way where it's like, you know, these old characters come in, and it's like, oh, you know, what you do. Because I'm not really familiar with Superman. Like, I haven't seen the Christopher Reeve one. Saw reaction. I might watch them if I get a chance to. But I don't know all the Superman characters. Like, I know they made 3, like I said before, like Lex, Clark, and Lois. That's all I know. But I've seen the Supergirl CW show with Melissa Benoist, who played her in the show, and there was a lot of lore behind it about Cat Grant, as well, who else? Brainiac, you know, who else? What's that magic guy? Mr. Calypsy? I'm not sure. You let me know in the comments who you know that, who you know that is, sorry. So yes, I know only a couple, like Livewire is another Superman character, Eve Tessmacher, who's ex-girlfriend, who's also in this movie, is another Superman character. So I'm not really familiar with a lot of Superman characters, but if you ask me about Batman, I've been totally in for it. But speaking of like newer characters, they have like the Green Lantern, Mr. Terrific, the Engineer. Now I have no idea who those characters are. I know Hawkgirl because I saw her in DC Legends of Tomorrow on the CW, so I kind of know who that person is. But other than all the other characters I just mentioned, I had no idea who they are. Like, I was like, I have no idea. And while I was watching the movie, Mum was like, who is that character? And I had to, you know, show her the lore of DC. And I showed her a photo of Green Lantern. And I said, oh, people will complain because the hairstyle that Nathan Fillion has looks awful. Like, I'm like, guys, seriously, couldn't you just at least make his hair more, you know, it's like a buzz cut. Like, it's, you know, when you go to jail and you have like a buzz cut, like that, the bob kind of thing. I don't know the thing back in the day, back in the 90s probably, but today it's not heard of. So, yeah, although other 90s fashion's coming back, which is interesting. So we are living in a cultural world nowadays. But yeah, but I showed my mom the haircut because I was like, oh, people were happy with the haircut of, I can't remember his name. Oh, is it Hal Jordan? Is that the one? Or is it someone else? I think it's Hal Jordan. Is he the white guy? Yeah, Hal Jordan. Well, I'm thinking, no, that's someone else. Hang on. So Hal Jordan, I don't know what his name is, but Green Lantern, you know. So yeah, so when I showed the photo, my mum was like, that looks awful. And I have to agree, his haircut's not the greatest in this movie. So I wish that, I would say when I was saying, he looks ridiculous. I mean, out of all the Justice League, I was kind of worried, because I didn't want to be like, when they announced the Justice League characters, like, oh no, don't do another Black Adam movie, because I did not care for the Justice League and the Black Adam movie. If it's a main character movie like they did with the Zack Snyder Justice League, then that's totally different. Fine for it, because it has all my favorite characters like Batman and Wonder Woman, so I'm fine with that. But it's just like other non-popular characters that I'm not okay with. But it was okay. Superman was still the focus, but I didn't quite get why the Justice League was in the movie. It's like, okay, at first when I heard it, I'm like, why do we need the Justice League? They were in the Black Adam movie, and we all know how that played out as well. So yeah. But overall, it was still a good movie. Besides that, I didn't mind it as well. We watched it again because, you know, I really wanted to. So yeah, and also, cheers Louise, and also for the review as well. So, let's talk about Superman. So, I really love this movie only because, you know, so the story is basically like, I love this. So the story is like, Superman, and, you know, it's very interesting because, you know, AI is kind of into it a little bit because they have this message of his parents, right, and they AI deep fake, and I was watching The Morning Wars with Jennifer Aniston, and they did a deep fake of AI, and AI has become a real thing, so it's interesting to me that in media now, they're doing AI stuff, like deep fakes and stuff like that, so I thought that was really interesting, and I liked how, you know, just one media post can turn people against the hero. So I thought that was very interesting. Like, why are people turning against Superman? Like, this would not happen, but you know it did. And the shock the shock on Superman's face was you know, very, you know, shocking because he didn't know that Lex got the message because obviously went to his Fortress of Solitude. Yes, Fortress of Solitude. We get to see that. We get to see his, you know, secret hideout like Batman has in the Batcave. So I thought that was interesting. But yeah, it was really interesting, and I liked how it was interesting because it reminded me of today's time where it's also like with Lex Luthor, you know, being the bad guy, you know, stuff like that, you know, turning the government against Superman, stuff like that. It was a very interesting concept, and I'm like, oh, okay, interesting concept. I really enjoyed the movie for what it was, you know. When I say it's my favourite, not really. Like, it's up there. It's pretty up there, but, you know, but I thought it was a good movie, and I liked how it focused on that. And also, the flying sequences, oh my god, was so amazing. I was so excited to see Superman fly, because it's so, in like other media of Superman, we haven't, well, I don't know, the Christopher Reeve one, but in other media of Superman that I've seen, we've never actually seen him fly, and it's all like, he always flies, he always crashes, that's very iconic from like the comics as well, so I kind of really enjoyed that as well. Like the flying sequences were incredible, like, they were really good, like when it was kissing Lois, it was floating up in mid-air, didn't know what he was doing. I like how he had no control of it when he flied, because there's a couple of sequences where he flies, and I think, oh my god, that's so cool, like when you find that really big beast, as well, so I thought that was really cool as well. Also too, there's a couple of like, not references, but, you know, because they have to deal with this pocket dimension. Now, I thought it was a Phantom Menace, because the Phantom Menace is a machine that Superman uses to vanquish all his foes and villains, you know, as well. So I thought it was kind of like the Phantom Menace, but not really. So I'm not sure if it was a reference to the Phantom Menace, you know, that world and stuff like that. It reminded me of that, but I don't think it was. But yeah, but that's I think Lex Luthor created that somewhere. And also there's a reference, not really a reference I would say, but it kind of reminded me of Evil Superman, Ultraman. Now I've never heard of Ultraman. Is Ultraman a real thing? I don't think he is, because I only know Evil Superman with the black cape, because that's where it becomes Evil Superman, of course, and we all know from the comics. So yeah, it was really interesting stuff, and they twisted the Superman lore a bit, so yeah. I also loved how, like, the fight sequences were choreographed. I liked how, you know, Superman lost faith and hope for a bit, because there's one scene with his dad, you know, saying that, You know, because Superman's, like Lois says in the movie, Superman is very, sorry, there's noise there. What was I saying? Oh, no, my phone's got right off. What was I saying? Yeah, so I'll say that Superman's very trusting, like Lois says in the movie, like, he's very trusting towards people. And I can relate to this, because I can be a little bit too I don't know, I think I'm more like a sense of what people are, basically, but with Superman, he just trusts everybody. You know, he's beloved hero, he loves everyone, so I think it was nice to see him now for Superman, which I liked. As well, because you never got to see that, you know, like, it's also, like, Superman kind of this myth, like, you know, oh, he's faster than a bullet train, like, from the 90s, or something like that, and he, like, you know, it's more like a fantasy, Superman thing when you think about Superman, where it's, like, here it's, like, very realized and very modern in today's time, which I thought it kind of worked, I gotta say, but yeah. Talk about cast. David Cornsweet, oh my god, he makes a great Superman. At first I was like, oh, okay, but, yeah, he was really great. I really enjoyed him. I hope he gets more work out of this. He's really, really good. Like, I really enjoyed his Superman. I love what he was wearing. Very classic from Superman, from the comics as well. So I thought that was, nice. And I love the cape. Like, I saw, like, behind the scenes of his, I see the behind the scenes of the shot of the cape. Marvelous. So I think he really did a good job, you know. I really liked Superman. David Cornsweet was fantastic. Now, people say Henry Cavill might be a better Superman, but I don't know. I mean, David Cornsweet did do a really good job. I might do a poll, though I'm worried that people are gonna, oh, you know, Henry Cavill's better. I'm like, what? No, David Cornsweet's better. So maybe I'll do a poll. Let's see. Do you prefer David Cornsweet or Henry Cavill as well? So we'll see. I wasn't really a big fan of Henry Cavill, to be honest with you, as Superman. I know that's going to be a personal vendetta against me, but I wasn't a big fan of it as well. Although I think at that time I was only introduced to, because when I got into DC, my first movie was the Wonder Woman with Gal Gadot, and that was my introduction of DC, and ever since then, I've watched The Flash, Black Adam, you know, the 4-part, Zack Snyder cut, Suicide Squad, this movie, so that's my first introduction, so I was kind of a little bit late to the party. I did see Batman vs Superman though, with my mom a while ago, just like a while ago. It was good, but I was a little bit late coming into the DC party, if you know what I mean. So yeah, so I think you did a really good job as well. Rachel Brosnahan as Lois. Now, I was a bit worried, because Lois is not my favorite character, okay? She doesn't have a lot to do. I feel like she's kind of like the housewife, to be honest with you, to Superman. But overall, I really like their chemistry. Their chemistry was, like, so romantic. Like, when they kissed, I felt like there was chemistry with them, and I thought that was lovely to see, because obviously Lois and Clark have a very romantic relationship as well, like, very smoochy, and you get to see the smooch, 2 times! One at the ending, and one when they're at Lois' apartment, making Clark is making dinner for her. So I thought that was really nice. You can feel the passion and the love, and oh my god, this is amazing. As for Lois, could have got a better actor? Maybe. I mean, she's fine and all, but I think the problem with me, she was very masculine. No offense if you're a woman out there, but some women are very, like, muscular and masculine a little bit, and I felt like she played a very masculine Lois Lane, to be honest with you. Which isn't a bad thing, nothing bad about it, it's a very different role to take, basically. So I thought that was an interesting take on that. But yeah, I like how they twisted Lois into making her a very, like, you know, badass punk rock sort of person, because she's, like, talking to Superman about what band they like. He's like, oh yeah, I like this band, you know, and then she's like, you know, she's a rebel, and I freaking love it. Like, I love what they did to Lois. I think she was phenomenal. Like I said, not the greatest choice for Lois, to be honest with you, but I think she did a pretty good job too. My mom also said the same thing, like, she's very masculine a little bit as well, like, you know, very masculine take on Lois, which is interesting choice. Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor, he was phenomenal. Like, he was like, there's also interesting, funny thing. I saw this movie because they announced a sequel, which we'll get to later on, but they announced a sequel to this, so I'm curious to see what they do here. Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor. I saw him in Nosferatu. He was fantastic in that movie. I also saw him in The Great with Elle Fanning. He was also great. So, no surprise here. But yeah, I thought he did a pretty convincing Lex. I know people were like, Nicholas Hoult, really? But, I mean, when you see him in the movie, he's actually really, really good. And I liked his little control center, and I liked how he's kind of manipulating the government and manipulating like the army, so because he's invading this country, which is, I think it's like based on like the Israel and some other countries that are still at war. It was based on that, but they changed it to a sort of like no place, like they made up a country called Bolivia, and that's how, Lex invaded that country, because he got the government on his side. So he did a really good job. Skylar Johansson, as Jimmy Olsen, he was also fantastic in this movie. Not as, you don't really see him a lot. I guess you could see him a lot. So yeah, so he's been a couple of things. He was in The Vacation with Christina Applegate and Helms. He was in The Rise Gemstones of John Goodman. Oh no, he's the guy who created the show. Oh no, I can't remember the name. But yeah, he was in that show playing the son, so it's nice to see that he's getting more work. He was fantastic. He was very funny as Jimmy Olsen as well. You got others like Cat Grant, obviously, from Supergirl, obviously the CW show. Ben Bennett was interesting. He's not in the movie a lot, but Ben Bennett, he's from SNL. I'm glad some SNL people are getting into the acting business as well. He played, Large Pat in DuckTales, and he was hilarious. I love what he did with the characters, so he is also hilarious. He's from SNL too. He's probably he's like one of the best comedians as well, but I don't think SNL has had, best comedians since then. But it's nice to see him getting more work here too, because he did play Launch Pad in DuckTales as well. And also Brian Moynihan played Louie, so that's also another SNL person as well. Sarah Sampaio as Eve Tessmacher. She was so interesting as a character. She's like this very hot, sexy character, and I kind of like that. I was looking at the casting, like, oh my god, she has brunette hair. Did she dye her hair blonde for Eve Tessmacher? I'm curious, because she looks nothing like her in the movie. So I'm like, what? That's so weird. But maybe, because I know some people use fake photos, but I think that's actually her. So it's interesting. So that's her. Wow, what a transformation in the movie. But yeah, but she was funny. She's very, like I said, hot. She's obviously Lex's girlfriend, obviously, in the movie, and she did it very well. She's very, very kind of like one of those characters that has no idea what's going on, basically. She kind of reminds me of Felicity Smoke from The Arrow. The actress who plays her. Very similar vibe. I was getting very similar vibes with both of them. And they look alike too. So I'm like, oh yeah, she looks like Felicity from Arrow. So, the CW show. So I thought that was very interesting as well. And I loved her snow get up when they got into the Fortress of Solitude. Loved her snowy get up as well, She was very interesting. She's a very bubbly character, I would say, very ditzy. Has no idea what's going on. Has no idea what Lex is planning as well. So she's kind of out of the loop. But I think she did a really good job. I really enjoyed her performance. So she was fantastic as well. I want to give a quick shout out to Crypto. Oh my god, he's not on my list, but I remember the name. Oh my god. He is the MVP of this movie. Like, I'm like, okay, because I don't really know a lot about Superman laws, to be honest with you, like I said previously, but Crypto is the MVP to this movie. Oh my god, he was so funny. The first time I saw this, I laughed when he was on scene. Like, not even kidding. I laughed when he was on scene. Like, he was like, he's a very bad behaved dog. You wouldn't think that for Superman, but he is. He's jumping on Superman when he's injured, obviously, very badly. And then there's one scene, his scenes are so funny. There's one scene where he tosses Lex around like a rag doll, which I thought was hilarious. So, like, oh my god, he's an MVP for sure. Like, I was like, I'm not sure. I was like, why is Krypto in this movie? Like, I did not know Superman had a dog. Although, isn't Krypto technically Supergirl's dog? Maybe. I don't know. Does Superman have a dog, or is it just, cause, yeah, speaking of Supergirl, you know, we'll talk about that in a minute, but, I thought it was fantastic. That's actually, I told my mom that he's based off James Gunn's real dog that he adopted from the pound, I believe. He's white here, but, he's, in real life, there's a photo of him with James Gunn, and he's like brown, he's got like the floppy ears, and I thought that was really, you know, really cute to have his dog, based off his dog in the movie. So I'm like, why have Krypto in this movie? But I'm like, oh, he's so cute. I'm not a dog person at all, but I thought he was so funny. He was so funny. Like, every scene he was in, he stole right away as well. So I thought it was really funny and hilarious and cute as well. So, the end credit scene. Yes, there is an end credit scene. I can't say too much, okay? So, Supergirl, okay? So, Supergirl appears. Oh my god, I like the way how they portray Supergirl. There's like a 5-minute clip of her as well, and Krypto is, you know, dragging her around like a ragdoll. So that is a dog, Krypto, right? Is Supergirl? I'm not sure. Let me know in the comments. Is Krypto Superman's dog, or is it Supergirl's dog as well? Billy Alcock, oh my god, great choice for Supergirl. Can't wait to see her in her own movie. So see what they do there. She's more like a she's not like a typical, she's not like Superman, let's just say that. She's very, you know, I liked how she said the B-I-T-C-H word to Superman. It's like, oh yeah, you know, she's obviously came back for a drunken night from the planet, so obviously she was in space, I'm guessing, we'll see. But yeah, but I like her vibe, like the trench coat she was wearing, like she's got like, Giles' mascara on, you know, she's walking drunk because she just had too many drinks, so I thought that was hilarious. You know, kind of reminds me of Shazam a little bit. We'll see what they do with her, but I was very surprised by, oh my god, I've never seen Supergirl like this before. Like, she was, oh my god, she was incredible. I'm not a big Supergirl fan either, but, I always thought, because Superman should be like Supergirl, but for some reason here they kind of twisted it, Supergirl's different to Superman. Although in this Supergirl CW show, Supergirl's a lot like Superman, you kind of see it, you know, she's very, you know, proper, I wouldn't say spoiled, just very proper, has hope and faith, you know, she has kind of that symbol on the chest which means hope, basically kind of like what Superman has, but here it's totally different, and I think that really works for the character, so we'll see. She was in, Amelia Alcott was in House of the Dragon, she did a fantastic job. Also, she's in a show called Sirens with Megan Faye as well, that Margot Robbie produced, and she's also, get this, she's also Australian! Oh my god, I'm so glad Australian actors are getting a chance in Hollywood, that's fantastic. Like I said, I can't wait to see her version of Supergirl. Let's see what they decide to do. I heard Jason Momoa is in it, so we'll see, because I love Jason Momoa also, so I'll probably check this movie out as well, when I get a chance to, when it releases. But yeah, but also there's a Superman sequel coming up very soon, very soon. As well, that's been released. There was a photo of Lex as Superman, obviously. So they're obviously going to do a sequel. So we'll see what that's about. I heard they might be teaming up, so that could be interesting as well. So we'll see what they decide to do. Although with Supergirl, right? Because it's interesting that because in the CW show, this is like different story, different, you know, but it's interesting that Supergirl, the CW show, when Melissa Benoist played her, she was sent down to protect her baby cousin, because that's her cousin, obviously, so man's her cousin, okay? So it's interesting that she, you know, was sent to Earth to protect her brother, but her brother was all grown, not her brother, what? She was sent to Earth to protect her cousin, and when she got there, her cousin was all grown up and didn't need her, so I'm wondering, because I always thought, Supergirl, Kara was the younger cousin to Superman, but I think Superman might be the youngest cousin to Kara as well, so we'll see what they decide to go there, but I mean, the way they portray Supergirl, you'd think that she's more younger because she's played by a younger actress a little bit, so we'll see. But yeah, but it was just interesting though, because I was for, you know, Clark was the older cousin, you know, to Kara, so I thought that was interesting, but we'll see what they decide to do, maybe they'll twist it on its head. But I always thought, you know, Clark was always an older cousin to Kara, but I could be wrong, but she's the older cousin, as well. You know, because he was sent to Earth, you know, in in a spaceship shuttle, you know, to Earth, and then Kara came, and I think Kara for the CW Supergirl show was a lot older when she left, because Clark was only a baby when he left Krypton. So I thought that was very interesting. So we'll see what they decide to do here. Like, they might do a different thing. But yeah, but I just thought that was interesting parallels as well. So those are my thoughts on Superman. What do you think? As always, guys, make sure to like, share, subscribe to Mella's next video, guys.
So bad.